All right, good afternoon, all of you. I hope all of you can hear my voice and see my screen too. Guys, are you all there? Can you hear me now? Okay, great. All right. So in today's class, we'll be learning about resume building, right? So out of all of you there, how many of you have built your own resumes? How many of you have your own resumes? Okay, right. So at least 10 of you, 10, 15 of you have your own resumes. You have built your resumes. Okay. What are the main things? What are the important things that you have put in your resume? Or let me put it this way. If you are the HR, if you are the HR and I am the student coming to you for an interview, what do you expect in my resume? What all do you expect in my resume? Okay, don't tell only one thing. Skills, yes. Okay. Skills is one. What are the other? Okay, experience, skills. Anything apart from that? Qualification. Okay. Education qualifications. Right. Skills, education details, achievements, academic information. Ishtada, that's all. See, if you are a fresher, okay, let us say you have experience of your summer job or any other internship. Okay, considerably experience. Personal information, skills, education, projects, and internship. Okay, hobbies, strength. Good one. That is good, Madhvi. Internship details. Very good. Programming languages. Programming languages comes under skills. So yes, Sabna. Career objective. Right. Now you have covered everything. Okay. Now, if I ask anybody, what all do you want to see in my resume? You will tell all the other things, skills, education, qualification, achievements, all the other things. It's all common. But the most overlooked thing is the career objective. The first thing that should be there, very importantly, in your resume is a career objective. And that is the most overlooked thing by most of you. Right? Now, why does this happen? And what is the importance of career objective? We'll see that in today's session. So in today's session, we are going to learn about what is a resume, the importance of it, the best practices for resume, building a resume, and key points to remember. And finally, you will get your chance to ask your questions. Right now, what is this resume? Right, you all know. Okay, this is very important for the interview. Without this, you are not allowed to attend the interview. Yes, that is all there. But the resume is a single sheet which is going to describe who you are and determine what you are. right? To put it in a textbook way, it is a single piece of sheet which is going to describe who you are and determine what you are. If you ask me, it is simply just an advertisement, right? An advertisement for yourself. The well you advertise, the more you are going to get sold, right? So this advertisement should be very good. So let us see what are the things that is important in the resume. And before anything, why being a resume being very attractive, or the advertisement being very attractive, is important. If you look at the first line there, Tata Consultancies, TCS, right? Your TCS is telling, in the first round, evaluators spend mere 8 to 10 seconds. Let me just highlight it. In the first round, evaluators spend mere 8 to 10 seconds per resume. A resume that don't capture quick attention end up in the bin, right? See, the rest is left to you, read it or not. But the first line itself decides that, okay, if you do not have a creative resume, if you do not have a unique resume, you will not, your resume will not be considered even for, no, the interview. So having your own unique resume and a very attractive resume is very important, right? So we will definitely see what is all that in building this attractive resume. Let's me tell you the facts first. Nearly 55% of resumes are rejected because of resume not being in a proper format or having no content, right? So if your resume is not formatted properly, or it is not having proper content in it, right, your resume will be rejected easily. And an average time spent by a recruiter is 8 to 10 seconds. 8 to 10 seconds, what do you think HR can look at in 8 to 10 seconds? 8 to 10 seconds, mere 8 to 10 seconds, holding a paper, turning it over, 8 to 10 seconds, done. Now, how will the HR select within that 8 to 10 seconds? It all depends on the format, the way your resume looks, and most importantly, the career objective. That is the first thing that the HR will read. So that is why career objective is very important, and also having a unique design to the resume is also important. And 36% of resumes are discarded for an unprofessional email ID. How many of you in this group have a funky email ID or your pet name in your email ID? Now let us say uh, Ankit Anand. Ankit Anand will write Andy, right? Or you might have added 007 or MS10, CR7, VR46, all those things in your email ID. How many of you have such email IDs? Some funky names in your email ID or some nicknames in your email ID. Okay, Vikram, it should be Vicky. Is that your email ID? Vicky something, right? So those email IDs will not be entertained in a resume. See, resume is a professional document, and those unprofessional email IDs or not, resume not being in format, will not be appreciated by the HR, right? So that is why always have a professional email ID. Now, how to have a professional email ID? You same anything, your name might be Vikram, Harshita, Ankit, Anand. You should have your complete name and no nicknames. Simple. I know Google or Microsoft will not give you your whole name as your email ID. You can use numbers also. Well, how can you use numbers? Numbers of either your date of birth or month of birth or year of birth. Two to maximum four numbers, that is all, right? It doesn't mean numbers are allowed, doesn't mean that you should put all your 10 phone number there. Okay, right. So these are the facts about your resume. And one more very important thing is, I don't know if you all know about the ATS or the applicant tracking system. The ATS is a software where if I send a resume to a company, this resume is going to go through a software called the ATS, the applicant tracking system. Now, this software will scan my resume, will pick the keywords, and the computer will select if I am eligible for the interview or not, or eligible for the next round or not. Okay, so it will search for keywords. If it finds keywords means those important words which is required for the particular job role. Okay, and it will see for the plagiarism. If you have copied your resume from the internet, it will definitely get to know. And if your resume is resembling any other persons in the interview lineup, that will also that will also be known. So it is very difficult to pass those things. It is no more human interaction. It is all computers now. So it is very difficult to pass through those computers. So always build your own resume. Don't go to any website or any app, mobile app, which says okay, we'll build your resume, just put the information in. That is a wrong way to build your resume, because you know what is important, how to put it, and you will only put it properly, right? If you give them the information, definitely your resume will be rejected in the company. Okay, so build your own resume, and most importantly, see what is important, what is not important, how much to put, and what not to put. And be careful of the ATS. On an average, a corporate job will receive 250 applications, right? Out of these 250, 4 or 6 will be given chance to come to the interview. So out of how will we select this 4 or 6 out of 250? A manual work is a day or two's job, but for a computer, it is only minutes, right? So it will choose the right person with who is having the right keywords or other things in the resume, and a unique resume will be chosen and given a chance, right? 95% of large organizations use ATS as part of their recruitment process, right? And big companies receive about 50 to 75,000 resumes each week, and 75% resumes will never be seen by human eyes. Okay, so that is why having a resume which is unique is very important. Okay, so this is the format of a resume. How many of your resumes look like this? I hope the resume is visible clearly. How many of your resumes look like this? Okay, Devika, your resume looks like this. Good. Others? Okay, Samya's resume also. Okay, nothing to be clear about there. One, it contains the name, your engineering background, mobile number, email ID, career objective, education qualification, projects and internship, technical competencies, training and workshop, extracurricular activities, achievements, personal details, declaration, and reference. That's all. Okay, little similar. So most of you have resumes which looks like this. Okay, how many of your resumes looks like this? Or maybe like this, or even like this. How many of your resumes looks like these resumes? Anybody? Anybody in the group? Okay, I believe not. Nobody. So, which resume looks more attractive to you all? The first one, the black and white, or the color ones? And if you were the HR, which one will you choose? You will all choose the black and white one. See, not necessarily. This is not for an experienced one or a person who is a fresher. This is just a format, the way the resume looks. Okay, the look and feel of the resume, the aesthetics of the resume looks like this. You can vary the information which is present here. Instead of employment, you can put your project details, internship details, whatever. So, which is more attractive to you, this one or black and white one? Right, so there are people who are going to still choose black and white ones, right? So this resumes, we have been seeing these kind of resumes since, like, I have known resumes, I have been seeing resumes like these, and which is no more not cool anymore. So if you search for resumes now on the internet, you will always find these kind of resumes, and these are the resumes that even the companies also expect. It shows your creativity, it shows information very clearly, right? And not too many words or not too many things. It is understood that okay, Microsoft Office knows knowledge level and interests represented in a pictorial representation. So there is, okay, I'll answer all those questions. Chandramouli, I'll answer your question. Please keep this question to the last. Okay, right. So this is how your resume should look like for the interviews that you attend now. Okay, and now let us see what are the best practices for resume, and let us then after that let's see what resume and how to build those kind of resumes. Okay. So coming to the best practices in resume, see previously you would have heard resume and CV. Anybody there who knows what is the meaning of CV? Oh yeah, curriculum vitae. That is the full form. What is the meaning of it? No, CV doesn't mean resume. CV is a kind of a resume. It's not, you cannot call it a fresher's resume. A CV is for an experienced person. CV contains more than 3 pages. Okay, why does it contain more than 3 pages? Because CV is only built or used by those professionals or who are experienced. That is why CV is called a curriculum vitae, which simply tells what have you done over the curriculum in time. Now that CV has become chronological resume. Okay, so before CV and resume, now it has been segregated into four parts. One is chronological, right? Functional, hybrid, and targeted. Let's see what a chronological resume is. A chronological resume simply is a CV which talks more about the employment history, the work experience, and where it talks very less about your marks and other things. Okay, in a chronological resume, you will talk about the employment history date wise. So the latest first and the earliest at the last. Okay, so this is 2018 to present, and this is 2016 to 2018. Okay, so it will go in the reverse chronological format. So the latest one will be first, and the earliest one will be last. Now, if you see the education details here, the date is given, the college is given, the branch is all given, but the marks is not given, because after experience, nobody will ask your marks, right? You will be known for your work, not your marks after the first or second job. So the experience will talk more about you, and your marks is not going to be looked at seriously. So you can skip the marks part. If you have really good marks which you want to showcase, definitely you can add it, but if you don't want to, you can choose not to put your marks in the education details. But you will always have to write your personal profile or career objective in any kind of resume. Okay, so if you look at this resume, professional profile, employment history, achievement in the company, then comes the education, personal details, skills, traits, interests. Okay, so what this modern resumes gives us is the flexibility or the freedom to put things wherever we want it. See, usually personal details will come in the last, normal conventional format of the resume, but here it is put in the beginning only, because it is easier to see things in the left, in the beginning only. Okay, what is the personal details of this person, and it is not even disturbing the main content in the right wing. So the main content is here on the right wing, in the white part, and all those sub content is in the left side. So which is easier to view, which is easier to understand. It's also attractive. Okay, so make sure you design a proper or good looking resume with two flank ways, two sides for it, right? It should look like something like this. Okay, and this is a functional resume. I've taken a very basic example to explain it to you all, what should be there and what is the importance of it, and you can change the design of this to any other design. Okay, the first thing, very important thing in your resume is your name, right? You should not write CV or resume on top of it, right? It is understood that you are going to give CV or your resume. You should not write CV or resume on top of your resume. Next, why is it called functional resume? This is a resume which is used by all the freshers. All the freshers who are coming out of college right now will use a functional resume. The functional resume contains the objective, obviously, the education details. In the education details, telling marks is very important. Right? It is okay to brag about your marks, and skills, projects and internships, extracurricular activities, achievements and awards, personal details. So the two things that is missing in the previous one is the education details, marks, the projects and internships, and extracurricular activities. Right. So those are the major things which is missing in the chronological resume. And this is a hybrid. Okay. Now you've heard about a chronological resume. Now you've heard about a functional resume. What do you think is hybrid resume? Any idea? Anyone? A hybrid resume. What do you think is a hybrid resume? You're looking at the picture also. You can guess. Experienced CV, professional CV. No, not really. A hybrid. Hybrid is a combination of two things. Understand it that way. Okay. So if you're finding it difficult, a hybrid resume is simply a resume which is built by a person who has discontinuity in both work and profession. Sorry, education. Discontinuity in the sense. Now let us say I have done my undergraduation, that is my engineering. Now I'll work for 2 3 years, and after that I decide to do my MTech or MBA or whatever. Now there's a break. Okay. After that, after my studies again, then I'll get back to work. Okay, now there is a discontinuity in my studies and in my work also. Okay, so for those, you will require a hybrid resume where the career objective, the education details, along with experience is very important, right? So I hope that is understood. Now, coming to the targeted resume. Okay, by the name, what is a targeted resume? And I need participation, please. Yeah, any idea? Any guesses for a targeted resume? Salesperson CV, no. On the listed jobs, okay, professionals CV, particular skill is highlighted. Yes, okay. A particular skill is highlighted. Okay. Okay, I think there must be a little delay in the chat and my voice. So anyway, please excuse me for that small gap. Yes, in a targeted resume, a particular skill is highlighted. Now, let us say you are going for a position of a graphic designer. You will highlight the skill of your Photoshop and other designing skills. Correct. So you will not be, considered to the interview if you are highlighting or if you're talking about your, training or other software development, other XYZ skills. If they are hiring for a graphic designer, they'll not hire you, right? So a target resume is always a target to the HR where we only write or we only emphasize on those things which is interested for the HR. Yes, targeted for a particular domain. Correct. So these are the four kinds of resume that you will get to look at. So which one was most interesting for you? Am I audible? Is my voice audible, guys? Chronological CV. Okay. Do you all come with the work experience? Do you all have work experience, previous work experience? Okay, great. Okay, if you are a person who is coming with the work experience, I suggest you to choose a hybrid resume. Okay, if you are a person who is a fresher, I suggest you to choose a functional resume. Now, for your understanding, right, I will go ahead with a functional resume, right? I will also tell you what are the changes to be made for a hybrid resume. Okay, I see there are a mixed group of people here who have work experience and who are still freshers. That is still okay. Anyway going to tell you about the functional resume, which is for the freshers. Okay, now first things, anatomy of the resume. Right, I'm going to strip down the resume completely, one part by part, and going to explain it to you why and how what is important in that. So coming to the first part, writing CV or resume on top of your resume is not acceptable. You're not supposed to do it. And how to write your name? Now let us say you have a long name. Let us say you have 3 or 4 names in your names, and you are not supposed to mention all those names there in here. So only the first and the last name is sufficient for the resume. Now after your name, first and last name, you write your phone number to be written in this format only, +91 3 3 and 4. Okay, 3 numbers space 3 numbers plus 4 numbers. What are the 3 numbers? First 3 number will be your service provider. Okay, next 3 numbers will be your locality code, and the next 4 number will be your unique number. So it should be written in this way only. Again, next, coming to the email ID, creating a professional email ID. I think we have already spoken about this. Creating a professional email ID is also very important. So for example, like this, the person's name is Rahul Nayak, rahul.nayak at gmail.com. If this is not available, let us say this email ID is taken by somebody else. So rahul.nayak 95 or rahul.nayak 12, right? The date of birth or year of birth, anything can be mentioned. Okay, but do not use any funky names for your professional email ID. And also you can use your LinkedIn profile, which is very important nowadays, and also your blog spot or your Twitter or any portfolio that you have, you can use it here. Right, if you do not have a last name, only first name is sufficient. Partially experienced in one topic, I did not understand, Bhumika. A particularly experience I want to. Okay, sure. Yeah, coming to the career objective now. Career objective, one of the most overlooked part. What is a career objective and why is this very important? A career objective is a brief statement that expresses your professional goals. Okay, how to write a career objective? And this is very important because this is the first thing that the HR will see in your resume. And if I ask anybody or any one of you to have a career objective in your resume, the easiest thing that you will do is go to Google, select one or two career objective, pick which is the nicest one, and paste it. Right. So rather than that, I'll show you how to build your own career objective, what is important, and how to make it more personal. So, what are the relevant skills that you possess for the job description, and in which domain do you want to apply your skills in? Right. And what do you expect in return from the company in terms of learning? Okay, so this is the most important three questions to answer to have your own career objective. Okay, so those who have already developed your resume or built your resume, tell me your career objectives, and will your career objective answer all these three questions? What are the relevant skills that you have? In which domain you want to apply those skills, and what do you expect in return from the company? So does it answer all these three questions? So you can type your career objective and drop it in the chat box. If it is to secure a responsible career opportunity, to fully utilize my training and skills, and while making a significant contribution to the success of the company. Okay, decent. I want to succeed in a stimulating and challenging environment, building the success, experience, achievement. I can utilize my expertise in the field of technology while contributing to the development of the organization. Okay, again, decent. Not, I'll not say it is great. Anybody else with a career objective? That's all, only two, or are you still typing? Okay, last 1 minute to put your career objectives in the chat box. Okay. To pursue a career in my area of interest, where my skills and knowledge, coupled with organizational resources, can be channelized to achieve organization and personal growth. This is decent, very good. Okay. See, from this point, you can make your resume more targeted. How can you make this resume more targeted? Let us say you are aiming for a particular job role or a job in a company. So this is an example for it. This is for a marketing professional for the first one, right? Marketing professional with a warm and friendly demeanor, always skilled at effective negotiation, punctual problem solver, and an avid multitasker. So he's telling what is the background, right? What is he interested in, and what are the skills that he's possessing, and looking forward to be an essential part of a team and instrumental in providing effective solutions. So what does he want from the I mean, what where does he want to apply his skills? He's telling so instrumental in providing effective solutions that produce immediate impact and contribute to the establishment's long-term success, right? So this is an example. Another example, enthusiastic civil engineer seeking a challenging and rewarding opportunity with an organization of repute which recognizes and utilizes my true potential while nurturing my problem solving and technical skills in the field of, okay, engineering management. Okay, this can be changed. And these two, if the lower ones, is a common one that you see on the internet every day. Okay, to work in an organization which provides me with an opportunity to improve my skills and knowledge and grow along with the organization by fulfilling its objective. So this is very basic. This you can see everywhere. This will not make your resume more targeted towards your job, but adding those keywords, a marketing professional, your skills, what are the skills, punctual problem solver, and then avid multitasker, negotiation. So those are the keywords, and this will make your resume look more targeted towards a particular job, and that is what a HR will like. Okay, so to be involved in work where I can utilize skills and creatively involved with system that effectively contributes to the growth of the organization. I'm not telling all your career objectives are wrong, but make it look more targeted. Choose a particular job role. Tell what are the skills that you have and where do you want to apply them, and how do you want to help the company, or how do you what do you expect from the company in terms of learning, which means what how do you want to help the company, right? Right, we have another to put my abilities and learning skills to best use and make my effective contribution to an organization for a bright and rewarding career. That is okay. Secure a challenging position in the organization to enhance my knowledge, strength, and skills. Not okay. Harshita, that is, this becomes very simple. Now that you have given you the examples, all those who are there in the session, please try and give me a career objective, at least one each, right? Based on these grounds, whatever I've told, what is the target job that you want? You can take an example, any target job that you can choose. Target job, skills required for the job, and how do you want to utilize it, right? This is an important exercise. Please do it. Everybody in the session, please at least give one career objective so that it will help you. So, because if I can see any mistakes, I can correct you right here. Right, Vikram. To secure a challenging position in a reputable organization, to expand my learning, knowledge, and skills, secure a responsible career opportunity, fully utilize my training and skills while making a significant contribution to the success of the company. Again, Vikram, this became more, generalized. This is not targeted towards a particular job role or position or even a skill. Please mention what is the skill that you are possessing and what is which is the job that you want to pursue. Just take an example. You might change your job role later. Now, for example, you give me an example for marketing. You might be interested in finance, right? You can give me an example in finance. Later, your career might be HR or marketing or whatever it might be. Okay. For example, now uh, choose a job role, choose the skills, and tell me a career objective. Is my voice clearly audible, guys, or is it echoing or something? Okay. Highly motivated electronics engineer. Okay, thank you, brother. Highly motivated electronics engineer with great work ethics, aspiring to work dedicatedly for a company and help achieve its goals with relevant technical skills I possess. Okay, a little inclined towards the job, but still, if you had given a key skill of yours, it would have been even more better, Madhvi. Let us say I'll pick two or three skills randomly, like let us say HTML, power electronics, and all that. Okay, just I don't know what the key skill is, but I'm just taking for an example. Highly motivated electronics engineer skilled in power electronics, VLSI, XYZ. Okay, aspiring to okay, then aspiring to work dedicatedly for a company and help achieve its goals with relevant technical skills I possess. Right, that can be. your career objective, because this shows, this makes your resume more targeted. This is the skill that I have, and this is the job that I want. Okay. To take up a challenging job that would help me grow along with the company's growth, thus enhancing my knowledge and creativity in the field. Srinivas, again, it became more generalized. To serve the company to my fullest capabilities, taking up challenging assignments and enhancing interpersonal skills, sincerity, team spirit, and diligence of workplace that would lead to the fulfillment of personal and corporate goals. Okay, again, Vidyashree, again a general one. Dedicated individual seeking for a mechanical engineering job position in an organization to utilize my ability of prioritizing work options in effective manner for the greatest benefit of the company. Harshita, it is not appropriate for a resume. Dedicated individual seeking a mechanical engineering opportunity instead of a job. You can write opportunity in an organization to utilize my ability of not prioritizing work, any particular key skill that you have, ability of designing or mathematical or problem solving ability, okay, in an effective manner for a greater benefit of the company. Okay, so that is about your career objective. Others, do you have more career objectives? Harshita, Harshita, Harshita. Yeah, it is better than the previous one. That is okay, but it is not appropriate. See, the skill that you have provided here, prioritizing work options, that is not an appropriate skill to put for a mechanical engineer. Okay, anyway, now moving further. After your career objective, the next important thing is your education. Coming to education, we have seen the conventional type of uh, showing education in a box format. Write a box, put the course title, university, institution, marks obtained, aggregate, year of passing, and all that thing. But the latest form to write your education details is your degree title. Let us say you are a computer science engineer, college, dates, when did you start, to when did you end, and it's okay to brag about your GPA in the sense you need to mention your GPA, that is your marks, right? Why you don't have to hesitate mentioning your GPA is if you are in a dilemma where if I am 60% and my friend is, let us say, 99%, and the company has a cutoff for 60%, the company will choose the person who is having 99%. No, That is not what is going to happen. Now let us consider that you have 60 or some percentage, which is lower than your friend, and your friend is above 90s. Okay, and the interviewer is okay to select you and as well as a person who is having 90, because the criteria itself is above 60. Okay, after that, after once you get inside the interview room, whatever happens inside the interview room completely depends on you, right? That person might get selected because he knows things, or he knows how to answer, or when he's at least answering for the given questions in the interview. But if you are not a person who is going to answer every question properly, and you know it, you can be smart and you can be open, you can be confident while answering those questions or addressing the HR, or taking him to a topic where he is interested in, or talking about a topic where he is interested in. So all those tactics will help you to win a interview. Okay, it doesn't necessarily need a person who is scoring 99 to crack for a big company. A person who is scored the least in the criteria also can crack the company, right? And similarly, you will write about your degree. After degree, you will write about your plus two, 10, sorry, 11 and 12, or first PU, second PU, or however you want to call it. After that, you will write your 10th, about your high school, and finish it. So it should look clean, it should look little descriptive, and nothing much. No putting boxes and fill in the blanks. No. Now, next, after right after education comes your experience. Now, what is this experience? Experience is, if let us say you are attending a summer job, or in summer you have completed a job, or you've gone for an internship. So all those things comes under experiences, and you can mention the experiences in the experience section. The job title, company, dates are very important in the resume, remember, right? Experience, and then write about your company in 2 lines. What is write about your experience in 2 lines, right? Okay, any questions still here? Is it confusing, or am I too fast? Any questions for anybody? All right, I believe no questions then. Okay, moving further. So right after your experience, if you have any, you will write your skills. These are the key skills that you will possess, right? And these are the technical skills, not your skill of doing TikToks or riding wheelie, or putting rangolis. No. So these are the skills, the technical skills, the operating systems that you know to operate, the programming languages, testing skills, whatever skills that you have, you can put it here. later, right? These are the common skills. After the main important skills that is required for the job will come first. After all this, you can put your skills of let us say Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, or Tally, XYZ other skills. You can put it later. Okay, so this is about your skills. Now you should be very careful while mentioning the skills also. Mentioning skill, don't take it lightly, because let us say you are a computer science engineer, for example, and you will mention Java as your skill. Now I am a HR and I know Java very well, and you've mentioned only Java and nothing else, beginner, intermediate, expert, nothing. So what do I consider? I consider that you are an expert in Java, and I will ask you those questions which will be difficult for you to answer if you do not know Java to that level, right? So when you can't answer, you will be in a bad position in the interview room. So make sure your question is modified by you itself. How to modify the questions that will come to you? By mentioning what is the level of skill that you know. Now let us say I am a beginner in Python or Java. I will mention Java beginner, Python beginner. Okay, then I will get questions, question also in that level only. Okay, do not think that okay, just writing with what is this, writing basics will put you out of the interview room. No, Chandramouli, you have a question, you just say no, I don't understand why. Anyhow, continuing. So don't think that if you write basics you will not be given chance or you will not be selected. It doesn't happen like that, right? Whatever knowledge that you know, you should be able to put it forward clearly. You should be able to communicate it clearly to your HR. That is when you will get selected easily, right? Next, about your projects and internship. Now right after your skills and other things comes your projects and internship. Now if you look at the flow in the resume, you will write your career objective, your education details, your experience. So after experience, you'll write your skills, which means the skills that you've gained from the experience and knowledge. And your projects and internship is where you've utilized those skills. Okay. Next, after your internship comes your extracurricular activities or achievements, if no extracurricular activities. Now, projects and internship. While writing your projects and internship, also be very careful. I have seen people who have done more than two, three projects and more than four, five semi projects. That is still fine, well and good. You've did it, but is it necessary to put everything in the resume? Think of it. Is it necessary to put all the projects and internship, small ones, big ones, to put it in the resume? Is it necessary? Guys, am I audible? Because I get no answers. Okay. Or is there a lag between my voice and your view? I think that is the lag. Okay. Now, here is how you will mention your projects and internship details. So, while writing your projects, I'll introduce you to, yes, sir, because of different topics. Okay. Now, let us say you are applying for a developer's role, and you know cybersecurity, you know other things, you know tally, or you know whatever other projects that you have done. Let's not worry about it. Now let us say there are two three projects you have done off topic, and you have one or two projects that you have done on topic, or on the topic that is required for the current job role. So always choose that project which is going to help you in the current job that you're applying for. Always put that in the internship or project details. If not, if you have not done those kind of projects at all, then you can mention only one or two important projects that you like, right? And you can always justify that, okay, I've tried this internship, and I realized that this is not what I want to do, and I am very inclined towards development, so I want to be in the development field. Okay, so you can turn your words to fit for the right answer, but putting more than two, three internship in the resume is going to take a lot of space, and the HR will definitely know that okay, he's trying to just fill up space. Okay, so choose one very good project, one very good internship, finish it off. So write the project name, organization where you worked in, right? Duration, team size, project scope, and role. Project scope, you should write at least two, three lines about the project, a brief about the project. Okay, so similarly for the internship as well. Okay, and now you might be thinking, okay, what do we do with the other projects or internships that we have done? Where will it come to use? Now I will introduce you to a topic called the secret box. The secret box is simply your mind, which will store information of all those things you will not put in the resume. Okay. Now let us say you have four internship, and you have mentioned only one or two in the resume. Now the other two will be in your head, and you will be utilizing it once you are sitting in front of the HR. Okay, because the HR will always expect you to tell something apart from the books. I mean, books in the sense, apart from your resume, apart from whatever videos that you have seen on the internet about interviews. So you should be unique. Okay, so then you can talk about your other internship or other projects that you have worked on. What is your interest and why did you work on it? So you can talk a little more personal with your HR. So once you have that connection with your HR, it will be very easy for your selection. Okay. Yes. Now, after that, moving towards your career, extracurricular activities. Here also, you should mention those extracurricular activities which will, let us say, Swachh Bharat or blood donation, any leadership or volunteer experience that you have, right? And publications, certifications, or languages, and any other things that you know apart from the academics, you can mention it here. And please don't fill it up with fill the whole page with your extracurricular activities and achievements. Okay. Coming to the achievements also, always write those achievements which you feel is the proudest one, and you feel very proud about it. That is one thing, one criteria. And do not show more than five or six achievements in the resume. Okay. So 5 or 6 achievements in the resume, and also choose ones. And always write your academic achievements first in the achievement section, and then your sports achievements and other non-academical achievements. So these are the two things. And coming to the final part of it, personal details. Now here in the name, you will have to write your complete name. Okay. So even your middle name, first name, second name, third name, fourth name, how many names you have, you can mention it here. Father's name, gender, nationality, date of birth, passport, and your Aadhaar number. Okay, so that is where you put your personal details, and this is how your resume looks like. So if you have already designed the resume, you should know what is missing and what is not. So can you tell me what is missing in the resume which I've not addressed? Academics means, will it include only engineering, or can we add 10th and plus 2? You mean to say achievements? Yeah, achievements and activities. Yeah, passport number in the sense any government ID, passport or Aadhaar. Yes. See, when it comes to achievements and awards, mentioning the latest achievements has value, not your 10th or below 10 or your first and second or plus 2. Those achievements will not be recognized. So, or if you have any such recognizable achievements in your childhood, let us say you are a national or state level player of something, then that is acceptable. Yeah, how many pages and all, I'll tell you. Okay. So, is there something missing in the current resume? What is it that is missing? Strength. Strength should not be given in the resume. Strength should not be told in the resume. Hmm. Photo declaration, photo hobby. Okay. Yes. See, after mentioning all of these, if you still have space, then you can mention your hobbies, or you can mention it in the name of interests. Okay. Next, photo. Coming to the photograph, photographs are important in a resume. If it is not compulsorily asked, you will get a choice of choosing to either put or not put the photograph. So I suggest always have a photograph in the resume. It looks more professional, and the photograph also should look professional when you put it. And don't attach or stick any photograph on the resume. You should always attach it in the PD, Word format, and take a complete copy of it in the printout only. Okay. And Hitesh, declaration. Coming to declaration, yeah, previously we had this practice of writing whatever given in the above document is true to my knowledge. That is fine, but the trend have changed now. It is not an affidavit that you are writing, just true to my knowledge and all that. So it is okay to not give that declaration. It is okay, but if you still feel like giving one, have some space in the bottom. You can write your declaration. Okay, so photo, declaration, and your hobbies. Correct. So these are three things we're missing, which I've just addressed, and these are the examples of resume that you can build. This is how resumes look like. See, you can use these small graphs to show what is the skill level that you have. Small, icons to show what are the interests. Okay, about me, education, small icon, employment icon. Okay, so again, your resume should match your job profile also. Okay, so this is for an experienced person. We already saw this. See, choosing these bold type of resumes, I don't suggest it for you, because these guys are already experienced and they have established their careers, and they're already a creative director and graphic designer. Okay, they can choose these kind of resumes because they have to portray their creativity here. But for you guys, for engineers, or even for those MBA graduates, this is not required. Somewhat like this one on the left, this is okay to one level. Right one is also fine, but not the photo like this. Or I'd say this, the right side one here, is a proper one for any one of you. Okay, making this two section will give you more space to add things. Okay, will make your resume look more complete. Okay, and key points to remember: create a professional email ID, all of you, and write your own career objective, which is very important. Okay, and use Times New Roman, Verdana, Calibri as your fonts, and no other fonts is appreciated, because these are the most commonly used professional fonts across the world. And font size should be not more than 12 and not less than 10. If it is Verdana, you can choose 10. If it is Times New Roman, you can choose 12. If it is Calibri, you can choose 11. So these are the appropriate font size. And beware of the applicant tracking software. And resume should not exceed 2 pages. If you are an experienced person, only then your resume might cross 3 pages, and that too experience of at least 4 to 5 years, not 1 2 years. Okay, so these are the important things. So now is your time to ask question, any kind of question based on the resume that you have. Why it should come here? If this question is asked, how to answer? Any question you can ask now. You have around 15 to 20 minutes time. Please go ahead and ask questions on the resume. Okay. How to upload CV in a PDF format? Now let us say, is the screen visible? It's Okay, is this visible? Is my screen visible now? My audio? Yes. As Srinivas Murthy is telling, you can use Word to PDF converter, or you can also go to Save As and choose the file format as PDF. I'll show you an example in this. Choose Save As. Let us say this is the format, and go to PDF and save it as PDF. You can save any document in the form of PDF or other file formats. Okay, other questions? Please don't hesitate. Please come forward, ask questions, as many questions as you can. Yes, come on, guys. Please go ahead, ask questions. Any question, any simple, silly, even if it is nonsense, you can ask. No question is silly. Any clarification that you want on resume or interview, you can ask now. Where can you get different types of templates? See, you can get to see different kinds of templates on the internet. You can use Pinterest, or even Google. You can find it on Google as well, right? But don't copy the same format. You can use the design, but change the content in it, change the format in it, change the way that you put information in it. Yes. Anything else? Any other questions? See, targeted resume is okay. The information that you put inside the resume makes a resume targeted, not the design. Yes, of course, the design also helps. But if you want to do a graphical resume, then you can use Photoshop or InDesign or any other such softwares. And you can also do it in PowerPoint and your normal Microsoft Word as well. Yes. So is that all? Freshers create only 2 pages of resumes, correct? Because see, for a fresher, you will not have much of an experience to tell about in your resume. So you should confine the information that you have inside 2 pages only. So if you drag more, then the HR will not be interested anymore to look at your resume. More questions, guys? Please do ask your questions. Okay, if that is the end of your questions, that is all from my side. Thank you all for listening and participating. If you have questions, I'll be here anyway. You can ask. If not, that will be it for today's session.